Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome to yet another episode of Auntie Pat's Kitchen. Thank you for joining me. Thanking you this morning for the support that you have been giving me in Auntie Pat's Kitchen. Thanks for the comments, guys. I really appreciate them, and thank you for the request. Even though you're not making them on the platform, you're sending them to me via WhatsApp. Most people do that. So this morning I'm going to be honoring one of my viewers by preparing another simple dish in Auntie Pat's Kitchen. So thank you for staying tuned in. So here I have a nice cut of salt fish, yes, and the water is at the boiling stage already. So we are preparing some breakfast. Not dinner today, not dinner, breakfast. And to this I am going to be adding some ackee. Yes, so let me tell you a little bit about this ackee. This ackee came from the property in the country some time ago, and I cleaned it up and placed it in a Ziploc bag and placed it in the deep freeze. Now this is how I do it because I love ackee. So whenever I see ackee and I get it or I purchase it and take it home and I have it in excess, then I clean it up, put it in the Ziploc bag and place it in my deep freeze until I'm ready. Now I know a lot of persons say when it cook it get all saggy and crushed out, but this is not pre-cooked. This is raw frozen ackee, and I'm going to be preparing this morning. So I am placing the ackee in the pot with the codfish. I had given the codfish a little wash and soak it out a little because it had a lot of salt in it. Okay, so here we have our ackee and our salt fish being cooked, and I am going to let it stay for a bit. Yes, I will be covering my ackee. So I'm covering the pot. I'm going to allow the ackee to cook, and then we will continue with the meal preparation for today. So here I have some flour in this bowl, and to this it's about 2 large cooking spoons of flour, and I have some baking powder. So I'm going to be using 2 teaspoons of baking powder to this. Alright, so there we have it, and I am going to be just gently mixing the baking powder into the flour. I want it to spread evenly, right? So this is going to create that nice soft and tender feel to the mixture, and it is going to help the dumplings to rise. Alright, so I'm going to make the flour. Yes, I'm going to be adding water to this. Now that it is mixed in, I'm going to be adding some water to this. Make the dumpling, and I am going to be setting it aside for maybe about 20 minutes. Yes, let it rest for a little bit once it is made, and then we're going to make in our dumplings for them to be fried. So here it is, everyone. The ackee is being cooked, and I have my dumpling that I am now making to fry. So I have grandma Dutch pot with oil, and it's ready on this side. So I'm going to be placing Yes, because you know you can't fry the dumpling in oil that is not hot, right? So I have the dumpling and I'm putting them in, and then we are going to continue because this is not all that we are doing. Alright, so here we have, my dumplings are not very big, basic standard size. Okay, so we will finish up this, and then I am going to move in on into the next phase. This one is a little too big. Let me take a little piece off. Alright, so this is it. Auntie Pat making the dumplings in the kitchen. Make sure the hands are clean. Yes, and we put them in the pot. I don't have guests. I don't have the family with me, so you know you don't make a lot of food, right? Because if that happens, the dumplings, they're not gonna get cold because you know they are nice and soft. You can look at this. You can see how stretchy it is. It is not firm. It is really fluffy, soft, and nice. So here we have it, and this is it. I'm putting this one in the pot. And I have a little toots of flour that is left here, guys. And I am making this small one, yeah? This baby one. And let me just wash my hands and give you a little close-up of what is happening, okay? So, be patient with me a little bit. I'm just going to show you over here with the fork. So, it's not a lot that I'm doing, as I said earlier. So here we have the ackee, and you can see that being cooked. And of course over here we have, you see that oil, yes, and you can tell that they start to rise already, and they start to catch a little color. This one over here, you can see start catching a little color at the corner. So it's going to be crispy on the outside, soft, tender, and nice on the inside. And we're going to get our ackee now out of the boiling water, and we're going to let it cool. Then we are going to move on into the next phase of this preparation. So here we have it, guys. I have already turned the dumplings on the other side. You can see that. Yes, they are not very dark because this is how we like it in Auntie Pat's kitchen, and this is how we do it in Auntie Pat's kitchen. So let's take a look at this, guys. This is a chocolate. Back in the days, my grandmother would have made these chocolates in the country, and on a Sunday morning or on Christmas morning or special occasions, the chocolate tea is made. And this is the one, guys, that when you're drinking it, you have to be very careful, because even if the cup feels cold, the chocolate tea on the inside is scorching hot. So I am going to be grating my chocolate, and this chocolate has a lot of memory. It is very old. This particular chocolate, I moved into my house in 2003, yes, and my grandmother had these chocolates then. It's 6 of them in the bag. She tied them in a plastic bag and she placed them in the refrigerator. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but it is tough, I'm telling you. Yes, so from 2003, 3 February. I have this chocolate and I want you to take a close-up look at it. It is still fresh. You can see that freshness on the inside, even though it looks rough on the outside, and it is grating. And I'm going to make this. I'm going to spice it up with my nutmeg, my vanilla. I don't really have a sweet or a very sweet tooth, but today I'm going to be using some milk. Yes, I'm going to use some coconut milk in it and see how that works, and add maybe a little sugar to it. Alright, so I'm going to bring this chocolate to a boil, and we are going to be having our chocolate tea, and it is going to be made with coconut milk. Alright, so here we have it. So let me just put this together. So here it is, guys, our grated chocolate. Alright, we're going to make our tea, and we're also going to do some ripe plantains, and when I come back I'm going to be showing you how I cook up my ackee and saltfish. Yeah, remember, this is Auntie Pat's kitchen, and this is how it is done in Auntie Pat's kitchen. Alright, so here we have our seasoning for the ackee and saltfish. Yeah, so I'm just putting a little bit of black pepper in that. Alright, so this is how we're doing it. Very simple. As on the other side, you can see, I've turned this down a little, I didn't want it to be boiled over. You can see our chocolate tea. Yes, the chocolate being cooked. There we have it. And here we have the seasoning for the ackee and the saltfish. Simple: garlic, onion, and some green sweet peppers. And I'm going to be adding the saltfish to that. And I allow that to cook for a bit. Here we have it. So I'm going to be putting in some pepper, and this is my cayenne pepper. Love the pepper, guys. I love the pepper. So we have this going. And now for the ackee that was cooked, and I'll just show you the ackee seeds are big and plump, just the same. They are not mashed out and they are not saggy. So I'm going to add the ackee in a little at a time. I'll just turn this down. I'm adding it in a little at a time, and then I'm stirring it so that the saltfish can be mixed into that. Smells really nice. The chocolate, oh my, it is smelling awesome, guys. So I just put the rest of the ackee in there and just make sure it is mixed in properly. As you see, we don't want the ackee to be all smashed up. It's not butter ackee, so it's not really going to be smashing easily. notwithstanding, we have to be very gentle with it. I'm going to be adding some sweet pepper to this. That's going to give me some more color in there. Yes, but I'm going to add that and let that sit for maybe just 2 minutes to get the sweet pepper cooked, not for it to be all mashed out and saggy. So guys, I'm going to be adding the coconut milk to the chocolate tea, sweeten it up, and when we come back, I am going to be having breakfast on display for you today. So the nutmeg has been added, and I am pouring a little vanilla in this. And guys, here we have the ackee. I'm going to be turning the stove off, and here we have the chocolate tea. And Auntie Pat will see you in a bit. Okay guys, so here we have our breakfast for today. Fried dumpling with ackee and saltfish, ripe fried plantain, and over here we have our chocolate tea. And I just want to take it a little bit closer. Yes, the nutmeg, the coconut milk, the vanilla, all of that is there. So let me hope that you like this meal preparation today, guys. Let me hope that you will continue to support Auntie Pat's channel, and you will stay tuned for the next meal preparation or the next video. Thank you for watching. Be blessed, stay safe, and have a wonderful day. See you then. Bye bye.